This is Spoontastic Minis. Now you may remember on my channel a while back I painted this yellow Space Marine and I demonstrated painting the yellow over white, grey and black on this base. But ever since I posted it, people have been asking me about what about painting yellow over pink. So in this video we're going to get straight into that. So just as with the yellow before, I'm going to paint a base to demonstrate the effect. So I've used Ceramite White and Fulgrim Pink on this base. So I'll just do that half and half. And then I've also painted this other base. So that's half and half. But then I've got this other one which has a nice sort of fade from white to pink, and it even goes to a darker pink, which is Games Workshop Emperor's Children. So Ceramite White, Fulgrim Pink and Emperor's Children. Right, so we have Army Painter Demonic Yellow with a lot of acrylic medium added to it, so it's nice and transparent, just as we could have done with the previous one, just painting it over white. But this is extremely thin and extremely transparent to demonstrate the point. And as you see, as we paint over the white, it's bright yellow, but as we paint over the pink, it's actually more of a kind of deep yellow orangey colour. Now, if we use the same technique to paint over the one with the transition, this would be more like a pre-shaded miniature. You actually get a nice graduation from yellow to a kind of orange colour, rather like, say, a beautiful sunset, for example. So I think this is what people were probably asking me about on Instagram, rather than just painting it straight over pink. I think they meant a fade from white to pink. Now that's what it looks like with one coat, but what about two? Because this is thin, it is transparent. Let's try it with two. This will probably make a much richer colour. There we go. So for sake of comparison, here's that yellow painted over white, grey and black. Painted over white and Fulgrim Pink. And then painted over a transition from white through Fulgrim Pink to Emperor's Children. Now that's all very well, but what about painting it on an actual miniature? So here I have my acrylic medium and demonic yellow, and I have this Necron which has been pre-shaded all over with the white and the same two pinks. And then though it is a little tricky to see, I am starting to paint that exact same colour over the armour of this Necron. Incidentally, these are my heavily converted Project Mexicrons, which have been infiltrated by Genestealer cults, in case you're wondering why they look a little odd. The principle is exactly the same as the bases. You just paint over the parts that are white and pink, and you get a nice graduation between the sort of lightest yellow and the much deeper sort of mustard yellow and then orange, depending how pink it is. Now one obvious question is, why didn't I use contrast paint for this? Well, simple answer is I didn't have yellow contrast paint when I was making this video, and what I've made here by adding a lot of acrylic medium to a regular paint is very similar. So you could just as easily use contrast paint if you were trying to do this yourself, but I've used conventional paint with acrylic medium instead. Just to press home the point, doing the same thing a bit later on, where you can see I've done the upper body, and now I'm doing the leg, which is quite nicely pre-shaded in pink and white. And you can see the effect that it's had further up, where quite a lot of it is now painted yellow, and I just need to carefully paint in a bit more yellow on these pre-shaded sections. I'm having to tilt it every which way simply to paint over the white and pink armour rather than get it on the metal parts. So I do apologise if it's kind of going all over the place. It's just what I have to do to get the brush in at all the right angles to hit only those parts and nothing more. I'm hoping by this point you can kind of see the point of what we're doing. Just trying to pre-shade the armour parts in pink and white ready for yellow to make it have this nice fade between a bright yellow and a much darker yellow or even orange colour. And here it is after the whole thing's been painted yellow. You can kind of see the effect that we're going for compared to how it started. And then we're also going to compare it to the yellow Space Marine that I had before, which was only, if you remember, painted white underneath. It is quite a different effect, even though the overall top paint colour is exactly the same.
Right, if you've watched this far, firstly thank you for watching. I very much appreciate it. If you did like the video, please hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell-shaped icon to let you know when the next video will be coming out. I hope it will be soon.